Hello, welcome back to Farming Simulator 22. Let's play Silverrun Forest. I'm your host, Fields and Skylines. Welcome back. It is still August. We're still kind of in that beginning phase. Like I said last episode, I was going to be doing a bunch of these, two, maybe three of them to get us into it, and then getting back into Court and White Farm. Uh, we have a little bit of robot people because they don't know how to walk around truck. So I think we're gonna do um, is make a decision between. I have it narrowed down to three places, and when we're gonna make that decision today, we're gonna buy equipment today. We'll probably buy equipment first, just to kind of see where we're at financially when it comes to when we're done buying equipment, how much we have left. So we started with uh, 1.5 million 500,000, right? Because we found the little collectible. I do know where there's a couple more collectibles, so if the money starts to get a little weird, it's okay. And the other thing is, we are going to buy the sawmill almost right away. I am not going to buy it right now, though, in case, like, if there's some logging we need to do to clear, like, so let me just say the first three spots. My first choice is right here. My second choice is kind of doing this area and making a tight yard, but can make it work, or doing the area right here, clearing this and building on this side of the river. Um, which, by the way, we may end up doing as a secondary thing, but we'll see. So, but those are my three spots. And the reason why, like I said, I'm not going to buy the sawmill right away, although we will keep the $250,000 in the bank that we need to buy it, is in case we are going to clear all of this. I think instead of loading up the sawmill to build planks and stuff that we could then deliver for money, just use it, chop off the wood, make some money, and then let our secondary, whatever land we buy. But this is what I would do. If I bought 42, I would buy 37 and 36 to go with it. If I bought 32, I would buy 33, 32, and 36 to go with it. And then if I bought 10, since it's a little bit more, I would probably buy, um, nope, not that one. I'd probably buy 19 maybe. I mean, it gets a little pricey because these are a little bit more expensive. So I don't even know if I would have enough money to buy another. And we got to be careful as we get over here because we start getting into sequoias. I don't want to be dealing with sequoias because they're a pain. So that's why this is the third option, and these two are our first options. So I know, well, I don't know, but I think I would have enough money to do everything I would like to do and buy with these two plans. So those are the three areas that I'm thinking about. But we do need specialized equipment, and there isn't a lot of equipment um, that we do need. We basically need a tree harvester, need some way to deliver logs from the work site to the sawmill, and then we need a way to get the logs off the ground into that um, vehicle that will take the logs. And we finally might need a couple, like, so like for some of the contracts, like you got to break up rocks and stuff like that. So we might want to get a skid steer and a way to transport the skid steer. So yeah, so there's some stuff we need, but the stuff that we need right away is a truck to deliver. Well, we have our jump around. our move around, drive around truck right here. We need a harvester, a and a way to move wood, and a skid steer or a front end loader or a tractor with a front end loader to pick up wood off the ground and put it into the trailer that we will be getting to transport the wood. And finally, we will need like some sort of it's escaping me. Uh, my goodness, why can't I think of it? Wench, some sort of wench or thing like that, um, to pull logs from wherever the harvester drops them into our temporary log storage area, which we will then use to be able to pick up logs and put them into our truck. We'll probably want to get a stump grinder at some point, which would go with our skid steer, and our rock breaker for our skid steer. And then we'll need like a log, some equipment to go with like the log fork and things like that. So let's begin buying stuff. First, let's take a look and see what's on. So we are not we're not doing any farming. So that, and that are all useless to us. I removed as much as the farming stuff as I thought. I mean, I don't think there's any farming mods left in here other than some trailers and stuff that I wasn't sure if they had logging trailers or not that I left in. So that's disappointing. But let's go ahead and let's start with forestry equipment and let's get our harvester. So I put a lot of mods in here. There's a lot of harvesters that we can choose from. Um, if you look down below, it tells you the horsepower and it's cutting. Like the little thing that tells you the bale size that on a baler, it's really the cutting diameter, 71 centimeters. Um, so let's find a harvester. This one's 80, which is pretty good. 65, that's getting a little small. 70. So the one I'm going to choose, like I'm going to just blow by a lot of these because I already know what I want to get. But all of these are all good choices. But at the end of the day, I am going to go with a Scorpion King. Why, you might ask? Well, it's 80 centimeter cut, which is really big. And it is $385,000, which is a good price. Like it's one of the cheapest. So it doesn't have quite the horsepower that, you know, some of these others might have. But at the end of the day, this gets the job done. I don't want to do too many upgrades to it. Like if you see we can spend $6,500 to get a bigger horsepower motor. Don't really need it. Don't need to change the tires. Um, I do not like the gold window tinting. The black looks nice, or nothing. I'm gonna go with the black. Cabin protection, yes, just because it's logging. I'm gonna leave the colors all the colors, and we're good to go. So for 385,700, um, we have our harvester. Come on, there we go. Okay. Next thing up is how are we gonna transport the logs? So we need some sort of truck. Now, because I'm thrifty and realism isn't a thing on this playthrough, I found these two mods of these trucks um, that aren't bad, right? So if you go for the powerful engine, it's 581 horse, which is definitely something you want when you're hauling logs. Now the back end isn't the largest, but you can get full size 6-meter logs in here, which is a good starting size when you're starting out. Eventually, you'll probably go a little bigger than that, once you get into like the semi trailers and stuff of pulling these, but 6 meters is good size. I like to add the extra wheel for stability. Um, everything else, doesn't really matter to me all that much as long as we're not spending a whole bunch of extra money. So let's go get back to where this bumper is free. And it looks good. Sun visor don't need exhaust. It's perfectly fine. Color is fine. Don't need to change it. And now guess what? We just bought ourselves a thing to put logs in. All right. So what else do we need? Do we need any other trucks? Well, we might in the future. Um, and if we do, we'll cross that bridge when we need to cross that bridge. But right now we don't. So guess what? Daily pass is ready. Um, Next, we need a way to put truck logs into. Now, like I said, you can use a front loader. They're a lot cheaper, but the lifting weight on them isn't the greatest at all. And we're going to be lifting some heavy logs. So you could do a tractor with a weight on back. Uh, but I just found going with a wheel loader with the proper attachment is a great way to go. Um, you can get some cheaper ones like the Volvo, but really, I am Volvos. These are not the cheaper ones, but these older ones, cheaper. Um, but I am going to go with the uh, Lieberher right here for 120,000. You get 155 horse on it, which is pretty good. It has nice control. It'll lift our logs just fine. Um, Definitely will need a log grab. I'm not going to add warning signs, although it might drive on the road. Beacon is fine. So, yeah, we're good. And then the last thing we want is it's probably not necessarily needed, but I'm going to get it anyways, is a tractor. And um, there's a lot of different tractors we could go for. I am going to go with it's a mod, obviously. It's way back here at the end. Because again, it's an American map, and John Deere does more than just farming tractors. I'm going to go with a 6R small body uh, tractor. It's 130 horse. Um, there's different configurations like that you can put on. I never know if I need to put on the 3-point attachment, but I do because I think we want it for what I'm going to use it for. Um, the engine is fine. We can spend the 10 grand to get a larger engine. So, and that pops us up to 150 horse. I don't know necessarily if we need that extra horsepower for what we want to use it for, but definitely going to go for it. Um, Actually, you know what? No, we're not going to go for it. I am going to save the money. We can always add it later. I'm going to go with the middle engine here, the 140, save a little bit of money. We can always add more horsepower later if we need to. We don't want a front loader. We don't need the 100-year badging, but now we are going to change the color. So, like when you see John Deere's out in the wild that aren't farming, usually they're yellow, and this is kind of that yellowy color. Um, and so, to me, though, this looks more like an army vehicle. The other color you could use is like the beige. They call it beige, gray, and that looks a little nicer. Um, to me, black is just too dark. Wait, wrong color. Wrong. I mean, you're in the woods. It's already dark. I don't think you want a dark color tractor. So I am going to go with the beige color, though, with the beige or gray. How's it look with gray wheels? Yeah, I don't know if I like the gray wheels, so I'm going to go with the beige. So it's a little bit of an extra color, but to me, this is as close as you get to like yellow John Deere tractor. Um, so yeah, so that is our tractor. We're going to buy this. All right. So the next thing we need, um, I'm going to hold off in getting our skid steer and all of our skid steer attachments for the time being. We will have enough money to get those, I believe, but um, I totally believe, yeah, we're going to hold off on that. So these are our vehicles. Um, we have nowhere to put them, but we don't want to really like. There's the two we could move, but we got to keep these bikes. We have some things we have to buy for them that we're going to get right now. So if we go down into tools, we need to go first into forestry equipment, and we want to get um, this. Let's see what we all have. Um, yeah, so we want to get this winch. It's not quite as heavy duty as this one, but this guy works pretty good. I am curious. I think at some point we might try using a yarder, they call it. But for now, this is all we need. And then we need some front end attachments for wheel loader. I'm going to try this log fork. There is this one, which works great if you're doing one log at a time. There is the Volvo, which is too big for our current. And then there's one more. There's a shovel fork. I don't know how that would work to pick up logs and move them, but there's this one, and it works okay. This might be the fallback, but uh, this. Oh, so those are our choices. I'm gonna just go with this log fork. You might see me swap in and out log forks. Okay, so and that is pretty much all we need because I'm pretty sure I already have a chainsaw. Let me check. I haven't even checked. And again, I have button problems. There we go. I have a chainsaw. I don't have paint. I don't think I need paint. Um, definitely don't need any farm equipment. We have our pickup truck. I think we're pretty good. I mean, we're gonna still buy a trailer, a low rider. Um, we're gonna need to do that, so we'll still do that. But first, I think now that we have all our equipment, we have 800,000 left. Uh, really, to track 200, so we're at 600,000. We still have to buy flatbed trailer. We have to buy uh, obviously some sheds, land, a skid steer equipment. So yeah, we still have a bit we need to buy. But first, we need to buy some land, and we are going to do that now. Yep, 42. I think 42 is the way to go. It lets us be like to me, if you went up to the second spot up top, it's kind of to me that's like a logging camp area, whereas I think this piece of property over here is what I would call a logging ouch. I would call like a logging contractor or a logging company. So we're gonna bring it right in here. I think let's go ahead, buy land, 42, purchase. I'm gonna buy 36. Let me see. Yeah, I want to buy 36 because I want to make use of this land, like to put the house, the garage, um, kind of that type of stuff in here. So we're gonna buy 36, which is 100 and um, what's that say? 115. Yep, buy. And then we're gonna buy 37. It will complete our land purchasing for 66,304, and that will be all we want. Now the good thing is we can resell some of this land if we want. Like I said, I can't replant trees on this map until we cut down a bunch. But now this is kind of what I call our start of our empire. If we look here, we have 635, 207. Once we're done doing a bunch of the land stuff, putting up sheds, we will have some good use. But what I kind of see here, like if we look in the construction mode, let's take a look. Nope, down to there. Just so we can get a bird's eye view. Normally I would fly, but I can't fly. So um, what I'm thinking is like we clear some of this area. I can put our house, I can build like a little drive up to a house in the garage or, you know, something on this nice pond. And then we can put our contracting stuff kind of on half of this. And then when we have the funds, build the iron factory on this half, or, you know, and we can log all of this as we feel that we need, which we'll definitely need um, to do. So that's kind of my plan. I feel like clearing this little area actually back here would be nice to have the house in the garage, and we could do like a little drive. And then we could put a little building here, like for maintenance or something, and then our big workshop building that will hold most of our equipment. And then we can, do a little road, put a fence along here with a gate, and it would look nice. I don't know how much money we're going to have for all of that additional landscaping once we're done putting down our main buildings, because we have to stay within budget. So we'll see, and we haven't bought all our equipment yet. But I think all in all, we're off to a very good start. So I'm going to start putting down um, buildings and try to figure out kind of the best way I want it to do it. Um, and then I'm going to do, just make it look nice, and then we'll go from there. I'm not sure if I'll be able to get the house in because, like, I don't know. There's some clearing in here. Like, yeah, so I'm gonna just do my best to try to figure it out. I might have to cut down some trees, um, and put up some temporary things. But at the end of the day, I think the first thing I'm gonna do is get our first building in, first few buildings, and we'll be come back when I have that done. So I'll see you in a bit. All right, we're back. I built up our company. As you can see, we have this nice shop. This whole thing is a workshop, and it's huge. So it'll have plenty of space for all of our equipment, extra space for us when we need um, to get more equipment. Kind of like think about like this is kind of parking for like people when they come to visit. I don't have a fence up yet, but we'll put like a connection to the road with a gate right here. Um, Run a fence along here. I don't want to put a fence all the way because we'll be expanding. Um, and then when we want to obviously fix it, we can go inside and hit the fix point. It's kind of like a reception area, little break area. Like the one I really wanted to put in here, which doesn't work in the budget, unfortunately, but could be a future expansion, has like a whole bunch of stuff. So like when we need to say like quote unquote grow our offices and grow our business, we have room here to do that. This building here is a warehouse. So what we can do is we can distribute our products here and then have it either distribute them off to our productions or take them to our productions. I'm not really sure how it's going to work the best. For example, like I don't know, like there's a bunch of stuff on here that we don't care about, but like so it won't take any of our lumber. So that's pretty well, we don't own planks, furniture. This may have been a waste of money. So because we have small planks, we have large planks. Yeah, so this isn't going to work for us. So this I'm probably going to end up selling. Here I thought it would take all the stuff on this map, but it has not been upgraded. I'm gonna look for another warehouse. I'm gonna sell this real quick. Hopefully I don't lose too much money on it. Yeah, I lost about half of it, and I already saved, unfortunately. So we'll sell that because that's not gonna work for us. Let's see. I don't know if I have any other. Um, I don't know if I have any other warehouse type buildings. Come on. There. That's disappointing. I thought for sure it would work because I saw that it had planks and I just assumed it had all the wood stuff. Yeah, I'll have to look for some other warehouses. I might have some mods already that I just have turned off, but I'll look and we'll probably place it here. But yeah, so kind of ruins part of what I want to do. But anyways, we have this nice shop that we can start putting vehicles. One last thing I need to place. Please, nobody take offense to this, but it is an American map. So I am going to add like every business in America pretty much has. If we can find one. I think I have a flagpole. I'm going to add a flagpole. Yeah, I have a flagpole. We're going to put a flag up. We're going to kind of put it. Let me zoom in. Like right over here. Perfect. And yeah, like I said, we're going to have plenty of room to store everything that we'll have. We might end up putting in another garage. The next thing I'm going to do, though, before I get too crazy, is I'm going to buy the sawmill uh, just so that we have that purchased. It's right here. I'm going to just visit real quick. We're going to buy this. It's really expensive. So I just want to make sure when I start decorating, we have 217 bucks. I still have to buy a skid steer, some skid steer attachments, a flatbed trailer. Oh, I didn't even show the whole. Oh, here, while I'm here, let's drive him back. So let's go ahead. I didn't show you the house or the garage. Now, I'm purposely doing a smaller house with the garage I like because my goal, one of the major goals, I said the roller coaster and the boatyard. One of my minor goals is to buy the ranch house. It's $100,000. I think it would look great. So that is one of my goals. So hopefully that is going to be possible in this gameplay. This thing is taking forever. So this is slow. Usually you could, oh, now there's a train. So you can kind of see our area right there. Gotta wait for the train. Will the train be done before I even get there? It will be. Don't even have to stop. So we'll just kind of go around. So there's the house. It's a small house with a little bit larger of a garage. That's where we'll be parking the truck. So yeah, it's a smaller house, but as you know, like I said, I want to get a nice big ranch house to replace it once we have money. That's kind of the housing where we're going to live. And we're just going to pull this right up in. And that is what we have. Like I said, in the next episode, I might have another warehouse down. I'm going to move all this equipment here before the next episode. Purchase all the other equipment as well. So with that, I am going to leave this episode here. Thanks again for watching. Comment down below if you know of a good warehouse mod on the console that does forestry stuff. Also, let me know of some other sheep buildings that might work. I might put another smaller shed up over here, or if I can't find another warehouse, I'll put a shed or something over there. Yeah, so that is the episode. If you enjoyed this episode, please give it a thumbs up. If you like the content on this channel, please subscribe. And as always, thank you for watching and have a wonderful day. Goodbye.